This young man went towards the pilings and went even bigger. Hucked a full rotation. I agree with you. He did almost a full rotation, 180 degrees, but a little bit higher than Kolohe's different section. Tags it and gets a bigger re-entry there.
Long wall in front of her. Double pump bottom turn up into the lip. This time she lands it. Looking left, keeping right, hoping for some open face, finds it, and a nice finish for Caitlin.
Let's watch it again. Generates a lot of speed, hits that section perfectly. 180 rotation, midsection of the wave, and do something on the inside. He does two. Little click and another little float.
5 on the scoreboard. Scores to drop in for this last one of Brisa, though. It'll definitely be her highest score.
For sure. You know, and again, you got to get your feet back into the right spot, and zaps that lip, showcasing the fins out the back, which is exactly what the judges want to see.
So this was Cam Richards.
So it's just, yeah, under the pier. He goes to the air, gets the grab. Come on, nearly the perfect 540. Cam Richards.
The landing was tough, too. It used to seem like people thought, you know, 10 years ago, they'd peak when they were in their late 20s. They're peaking now when they're in their late teens.
Wow, speaking of peaking at the right time, a huge outside whip for Alyssa Spencer. Backs it up with a setup, and now look at this thing reforming on the inside. This is going to be a beast section. Snap into lip, over the rib, into the section. Two-turn combo for Alyssa Spencer.
Look at the other server barely get into it, and she's already just up and riding, gliding. Great technique, too. You see her back arm straight out. That helps her for leverage.
Need more than a 7.44.
Well, at the moment, Zeke taking off, needing that 7.44, but Kolohe is still to lock in. So backhand turn, has to S-turn through this. Didn't offer like that critical stand-up maneuver on the outside. He worked it over as best he could. Love this option from him, finishing on the sand with that air reverse, no grab.
Looking to gain a little bit of speed as this wave starts to stand up for her. Great snap. Goes in for a big finish. Keeps that pressure on the back foot, and she'll ride out clean.
On his second attempt through the inside section. And we move to the mid portion of this wave with Joshua Moniz. Nice.
Jake Marshall. He's been quick throughout this entire heat. Makes it through some difficult water. Dumpy shore break, lines it up, stabs it again, and stomps it.
Podcasts, has a community, and he's inviting everybody to get involved. The Good Human Factory. Check it out on Instagram. Going to be hunting for a bigger number here. Let's take a look at Callum Robson. A lot of work done on this wave.
Cool little cheeky drift on the outside. Usually it closes out too quickly, and he does get way more projection off of those bottom turns.
I love that shot. Tied as we have it right now as Bettylou Sakura Johnson easily makes the transition there. Big snap in the shore break. Here's how he did it.
Let's have a look at it. Really close to the piling. Gets a big tag on the outside section. And he does get the connection. So compared to his other waves, this is the first one that he actually manages to fit a couple turns in on the inside. He rides out.
Here is the replay of the opener. This was a 7.5 for Kanoa Igarashi.
Just look how zesty it is. Like plus the styrofoam and carbon reactions, just super quick. In the shore break, same thing.
It's encouraging for sure.
Taking a look at this last one from Caity.
Once again, cruises through. Weaving, weaving, and then sets up the final move. No mistakes there for Caity.
He's got something to work with here. Gets the ramp. Front three.
Incredible.
Perfection. Uphill landing and all.
Is she going to take this one? The answer is yes. Now let's see what Coco's going to do. Banks off the whitewater for a nice redirection. Keeping that board alive and doing it stylishly without a hop. Snaps on the forehand. Big dumping section. Bang. Big snap. And rides out of it. As of yet, Kanoa is going to keep surfing. Here we go. Loading up for something. Looking for a ramp. Launches. Full rotation. Backhand air for Kanoa Igarashi. Through the deep water and the gutter. Steepens up on the inside. Tags the lip for a finish. This is what happened during the break. A 7.17, Pete.
Well, you know that once again, going to the air, no bars held. He is going for it, and I like that approach from him. Gets the inside finish. This is going to be a great match. Kolohe picks up a wave. And this replay here goes to the air. Beautiful stuff. Big inverted version of it too. Pulls it down on the outside. And as he can get the inside, I don't know how he is still on this wave, but he finds the inside connection. Nicely done there for Kolohe.
She worked it all the way in. She had such a nice style, and then just bang at the finish. That was great.
Yeah, really incredible surfing from the young Oceanside local, Mitch. Where do you think this will sit in comparison to Courtney's opening waves? Pretty similar?
It's for everyone. Watching this replay here of Sakura Johnson, Bettylou in the blue jersey, giving her that extra boost in energy and speed. Two-turn combo on the inside, no worries, pulls it down.
Your first maneuver, you're going to be rewarded. Mihimana Braye in the lead now, but Callum Robson answers back with an air of his own. There's no slowing down this surfer from Australia as he finishes with a hammer on the inside.
Oh, big lofty front side. Ollie to revert. And then for his inside, this board gives him a little bit of extra flair. Somehow finds two maneuvers once again. So solid. A reckless isolation tour over on the East Coast. And then Nolan Raposa. Beautiful first turn, and then a vertical hit with the tail chuck. Nice two-turn combo on the outside. Down here to Noops and the Huntington Beach area. Gets two turns on the inside too. Nicely done. This is going to be a big number.
And a quarter width, as we see Ezekiel. He was on the right-hander, whip up the tail. So very similar to the maneuver that, it's our first look at this wave. Gets up vertical, bangs it there.
And here we get to watch the replay here. What does he do? Well, he does this. That's why the cheer.
And then again, like you mentioned, just finding that connection close, right underneath the pier to actually get that low tide.
Yeah, their first waves. Look at this set. Like, it's already changed, dude. It's starting to pump. I like it. Way more opportunity now. The tide's starting to shift the other direction.
And Marshall looks like he's got a lot of real estate on his board. Completely sponsorless.
You know, weight distribution that made him go a little bit slow on that last maneuver, but Joao, very radical.
Two turns on the outside, gives a little fist pump mid-wave. You know he's feeling good after that. He gets a pretty nice turn on the inside too, so I'm going to say this is definitely going to be Joao's best wave of the heat here. Look at that. Gets the fins out, rides out.
And Nolan on his fifth. Goes big. Love the layback to start off with.
Yeah, and just a beautiful combination on the outside. And how about the way he closed it out? Strong blowtail on a difficult section.
Live action here with Liam O'Brien. Nice hook off the top for O'Brien. A second. And make it three. Rail to rail. Looking for the finish. Gets the finish.
Instant fan.
Right.
I'm an instant fan. Here we see the backhand of Rio Waida.
Oh,
Big backside hook, hangs on to a tricky section and, ooh, under the pier.
Liam O'Brien now with a dedicated paddle in and just heading straight into the pier, throws the tail out, goes for the reverse. That was a huge opening maneuver. And now here we go, lining it up on the inside and puts on a perfect.
You know, great surfing is going to get you into that, 4.5, 5.5 range.
Liam O'Brien driving down the line, goes into the air with the grab.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Finishing it off strong. So a little punch on in the shore break. Safe. And the surfers out in the lineup have just been going to town. Lucca Mesinas with a great. And there we go. Nice transition through a flat spell. And wow, what a great start for the Peruvian.
Currently in second position, Chris, looking like he's got a nice little inside connection, and he does.
Little twofer there.
First maneuver here from Gabby is so great. Watch how she's able to really wait and unweight and stay out on the open face. So two dynamic maneuvers comboed up. A bit of a smaller wave from maybe Caroline in her previous one. Oh, I'm excited by the surfing that she's doing. And a quarter width, as we see Ezekiel. He was on the right-hander, whip up the tail. So very similar to the maneuver that Kolohe was able to do. It's our first look at this wave. Gets up vertical, bangs it there.
See him now with priority. It looks like he's going to go on this one. This is the last hurrah.
Wow, this wave popped up out of nowhere. Great start out the back. Another good section. He's got to complete this ride. The drama builds.
Okay.
Another turn.
Enough.
Fin free snap.
His rotations are easier, his grabs are easier. And the same thing could be said for Griffin Colapinto. That rotation, 3 for 3. You know, he fell on the second one, but it's still a counting score right now. And he's no doubt going to better. Look at the height of that air on the end section. Noticeably been seeing higher scores on the inside when the shore break's heavy. On a lower tide, everything's on the outside.
And there we go, 2 quick backhand snaps from Kolohe. And he's now going to redirect onto his forehand. He's moved over closer to the pier for that solid finish.
Wow.
Jake has to give way. Here goes Griffin Colapinto. His backhand is deadly lethal. Big snapping turn right there for Griff. Kind of a setup snap. Through to this inside. Here we go. What does Griff have for us with the big finish? Fin drift. Rides out clean. So it looks like Mihimana Braye will have time. 13 seconds on the clock. He's up. His hands have left the deck, and he's into a backside reverse. Ooh, slowly spinning around here. Something big here. Could give him the number. Goes to the air. Comes down with it.
My goodness.
Mihimana Braye.
Alyssa lets that one go, and like you said, Bettylou finding the left, looking really solid on that backhand. Those couple kind of transitional maneuvers to start off with. And it's starting to really wedge up for her right in front.
Oh, man.
Love that hand drag to finish on the inside. But Cam Richards has the left opening up in front of him. Kolohe called it, Mitch called it, and Cam Richards goes into the air on the left. Makes the landing on the first one. And now we're going to see if this, and he had to go big on the outside. He now has to go big on the inside as well. And there he goes. He's channeling it once again. Makes a rotation. Incredible finish.
We're representing the island of Kauai. Gabriella Bryan could have a good section to work with here. Bam, straight into the lip. Great start on the outside, making the transition. Gets it near vertical on the shore break.
Before Liam O'Brien has even...
This happened during break, Pete. This is the 7-5.
2 hooks, backside, straight up vertical hits. You know, like considering how slow we saw the middle of that heat with Nolan and Kolohe.
Colapinto again with priority. He's utilizing it. Backside reverse. Now he's fading right again. Carving back to the left. Now back to the right. Throws the tail.
Been subtle little differences throughout the day. We had some wind there for a couple mornings. And this looks like a nice wave here for Caity.
Caity Simmers, she feels comfortable here in Huntington. Goes in for a really powerful opening turn right up into the lip. And
crazy.
Perfect little fin drift, and she's gonna...
Oh, and you can see her face. The connection with the lip. It was a bigger wave, a much stronger move on the outside for Courtney.
All right, Bettylou. First turn to start off with. The wave goes really soft. She's gonna have to work with it to make that inside connection.
She's got it pretty easily, I think.
And here we go. It's gonna turn on as she comes into the shore break right in front of the fans. And she puts together a great finish with Coco in the final with her, also so young. All right, Courtney's answering back. Huge turn to open up with. This time a little different than her approach on the last one, but she's gonna race down the line and get away from them. Look for that finishing maneuver.
Oh, that was huge.
Gabriela, 19 years old. Caity Simmers, 15 years old. And here we go, strong paddle. Caity now up and riding on her backhand, drives into that first opening snap. Eyes up the second section. Hits it with precision, starts to line it up, ditches the fins, and rides out clean on her opening ride.
And you make sure you're not going to let them have golden opportunities like this.
All right, throws the tail out on that first turn. Courtney really needed to go on this wave just to make sure that Bettylou wouldn't have an opportunity, but now she's looking to better that 6-1-7 as she comes through for a nice slip line finish.
And she's done that.
And now she's looking for that inside. Here we go. She finds the reform. She's going to gain that speed. And she's going to put on a finish, a strong finish right in front of the family. But Caity Simmers, she's been in control. She's going under priority now. And into that pier bowl section. And starts to line it up on the inside section. And there we go. Ditches the fins again.
That was incredible.